And no one of these shall fail.
So it says, no one of these shall fail, which means what? No one of the prophecies of the Bible is going to fail. This is the most powerful book on the face of the planet. This is the most prophetic book, really the only prophetic book on the face of the planet.
That's right.
This Bible has prophesied events thousands of years before it happened, and we're living examples of it to this day.
That's right.
All right? And we're going to show you that. All right? Keep reading.
None shall want her mate.
It says, none shall want her mate, meaning what? There is no other book that you can compare to this Bible. You can't put no other book up against this Bible and hold any type of weight to this Bible. It's the most powerful book on the face of the earth. All right? So, bro, let me ask you something, right? If I asked you what was your nationality, what would you tell me? You're American. Okay. Where did that name American come from? A European. So why would you want to call yourself after the name of a European?
Right. Bring it up.
That's what we was taught, right? That's the honest answer. And I'm glad you have an honest spirit so far from what I can tell. All right, so what we're out here to do is show our people who we really are according to the Bible. Because we haven't been taught these things. We haven't been shown any of this in our schools, in our churches. You go to church, you believe in the Bible? You did go to a church. Do you believe in the Bible? Some of it. Okay, so what don't you believe in the Bible? Okay, so give me Isaiah 34:16. All right, because can you give me a chance to prove to you today that the Bible is indeed a true book? Can you give me the time to prove that to you today? Because I don't want you leaving here second guessing if this is a true book or not. I want to show you face value, pound for pound, for a fact that we know and that you can leave here knowing that this is a true book. All right? Read that.
Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
So it says, seek you out of the book of the Lord, which is this Bible. The Old Testament, the New Testament, and the book that they took out of the Bible called the Apocrypha. So if you ever heard of the 1611 King James Version as the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Apocrypha. Okay, so that is the book of the Lord that it's referring to. Read.
And no one of these shall fail.
So it says, no one of these shall fail, which means what? No one of the prophecies of the Bible is going to fail. This is the most powerful book on the face of the planet.
That's right.
This is the most prophetic book, really the only prophetic book on the face of the planet.
That's right.
This Bible has prophesied events thousands of years before it happened, and we're living examples of it to this day.
That's right.
All right? And we're going to show you that. All right? Keep reading.
None shall want her mate.
It says, none shall want her mate, meaning what? There is no other book that you can compare to this Bible. You can't put no other book up against this Bible and hold any type of weight to this Bible. This is the most powerful book on the face of the earth. Read.
Right.
For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them, and he hath cast lots for them.
Give me Deuteronomy 28, because we're going to show you some examples on how we know that this is indeed a true book. Okay, so we're going to show you some prophecies that were prophesied thousands of years before they happened, and they materialized thousands of years later, and we have the factual history to prove it. All right, go ahead, give me 28 and 15. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, and thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So it says, it shall come to pass if you will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Give me 1 and 1, because we need to have some context on what it's talking about right here. So what we're showing up here, like when I asked you what your nationality was, you said American, right? But guess what? The word American came from a white man. Leo Scipio Africanus and Amerigo Vespucci coined the term African American. Well, that's where that name came from. Jesse Jackson coined that term in the 1980s, but it came from the names of two white men. Amerigo Vespucci is where the name America came from, which is a white man. Can a white man make a black man? No, we cannot. That don't make no sense. So we already know you can just cross that out. You're not American, all right? So what we're showing our people, if you look at this sign right here, bro, if I ask you what is your father's nationality, what is his nationality? If you looked on this sign and you looked on this side, which one would you identify that your father is? Judah, right? So he would be a so-called American black, right? Which, guess what? This is the same tribe Christ came from.
That's right.
He is the most powerful man that ever walked the planet.
Bring it out.
You came from his lineage.
Right.
So that right there is going to let you know that something is up with what they've been teaching us. They're trying to hide something from us. They don't want us to know something. All right? Go ahead, give me that.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
It says, these be the words that Moses spake unto all Israel. So this right here we just showed you are the 12 tribes of Israel. It consists of blacks, Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. All right? So these are the Israelites that Moses is speaking to in the book of Deuteronomy. So in the Bible, you have different chapters and different books, right? But that's just so that they can categorize everything. Or compartmentalize it, as they say. But really, it was all one letter. Right. So when he was writing the book of Deuteronomy, even though we showed you in chapter 1, verse 1, that he's referring to the Israelites, when you get to chapter 28, guess what? It's the same letter that he was writing to the same people. All right, go ahead, back to 28 and 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, and thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So he's talking to the Israelites. He said, if you Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, if you don't hearken, which means listen, to the voice of the Lord thy God, read,
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So what did it just say, bro? The whole thing. What did that mean to you? You don't know? Was you paying attention? This to summarize the whole. Read it again. To summarize the whole verse. Read it again.
But it shall come to pass, and thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So what is it saying? If we don't listen to the words of the Lord thy God, we are going to be cursed. Okay? So blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, if we didn't do the commandments, this is Moses in the wilderness talking to the 12 tribes. He's telling them, hey, Most High got these commandments for me to give you. If we don't keep these laws, we are going to be a cursed people.
That's right.
All right? So now we're going to go through some of the curses because we're proving to you today that the Bible is the true book. Right. And there's no other book on the planet that can match this book.
Right.
Okay? So we're going to show you how we know it's because of the prophecies. The prophecies came to pass. We're living them right now. You are living the prophecies. You are living the curses to this day. All right? Read verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So it says, cursed shalt thou be in the city. When you look at Baltimore, when you look at D.C., Silver Spring, who's cursed in those areas? Us. We're at the bottom of society. We're the ones who have been pushed to the ghettos, the slums. We're the ones living on Section 8, on welfare, with food stamps. That's our people. Read.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So it says, cursed shall thou be in the field. Do you know anything about slavery, bro? Do you know anything about slavery? What you know about slavery? What was we doing in slavery? What was we doing in the field? Picking cotton. Read that again.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
It says, cursed are we going to be in the field. Where's that picture? Is that this right here? What was we doing in the fields down here? You see us? This was us cursed in the field. This was you cursed in the field. This was your forefathers and foremothers cursed in the field. This is what they were doing. This is what it's talking about. All right? Keep reading.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
It says, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. So, what do you use a basket for, bro? Any type of basket, what would you use it for? To store things, right? So, what modern day, when it says basket, it's talking about your bank account.
Now, real quick, this is son. Your son, you asked him what color was Christ, and he pointed to this right here. Show him. That's his father.
Yep. Hey, little bro, which one is Christ? That's your grandmother. Oh, you already did it. So you seen You pointed who Christ is, right? Who you thought Christ is, right? That's a curse right there. We're going over the curses. That is a curse. All right, give me that.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So it says the revelation of Jesus Christ. What's the root word of revelation? Reveal. So what is it about to do right now? Reveal what Christ looks like. All right, jump to 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So it says his head and his hairs were white like wool. Little bro, does any of these images right here have white hair like wool?
Which one? Which one has it?
Which one of these pictures have hair that is white like wool? That picture. So you can cancel Christmas on this one, but we're going to keep on going because we're going to prove to you that that is Christ. This is not Christ right here. All right? If you look at your dad's hair, that's woolly hair. Right. If your hair grew out into a bush, guess what? That's woolly hair.
That's right.
All right? Read.
As white as snow. And his eyes was a flame of fire.
His eyes was a flame of fire because he drank wine in moderation. Blacks, when we drink anything, alcohol, wine, whiskey, bourbon, whatever you like to drink, guess what happens to our eyes? Yes, they get red. The blood veins start to show. They get a little bit glossy. All right? That's why he had eyes that was as a flame of fire. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Little bro, what color is fine brass? What color is brass? You know what brass looks like? Brass. Brass. Like a penny. What color is a penny? Brown. So it says his feet were what?
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
If you burn something, if you ever seen burnt food, what color is it? It's black.
That's right.
Read it again.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So when you look at your feet, the top of your feet, are they the same color as your body? They are the same color as your body. The bottom of your feet may not be, but the top of your feet and her feet the same color as the rest of her skin.
Right.
So guess what? If his feet was dark like it burned in a furnace, what color is the rest of Christ? He's black. So which one of these is Christ? Go point to Christ. We just described to you what Christ looked like. Go point to what Christ is. We just ran to you what Christ looked like. So now which one is Christ?
Which one look like Christ?
What do we just read? What do we just read?
If you listen to what he just explained to you, which one would look like Christ?
Exactly. That's the real description of Christ according to the Bible. All right? So, bro, that's what we're showing our people. We don't know these things. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. There's a reason why we don't know these things. Matter of fact, I'm going to get a scripture out and I'm going to let the next teacher come up. Go ahead, give me that.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy earth.
So I asked you, what's your nationality? Guess what you told me? You told me American. We asked your son to point to who Christ was. He pointed to the white man.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom. What is the nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.